busy stay-at-home time is finally over.
I want to break free!
Head down to the second edition of the Lavazza Drive-In Film Festival at Ontario Place, June 27th to July 17th. Under the stars, sharing emotion together again. A lineup of films representing 16 countries with a focus on Italy. Brought to you by Chin Radio TV and the ICFF. Visit icff.ca.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second edition of the Lavazza Drive-In Film Festival under this beautiful starry sky on this lovely balmy evening, summer evening. I'm Tanya Sorrell-Sopelsa, ICFF Cultural Events Coordinator.
And I'm Sari Ruda, Advisor to the Board and Industry Day Coordinator. Hello and welcome everyone to the screening of Dream Horse here at the wonderful Lavazza Drive-In Film Festival.
Before we get started, let's settle on something, folks. If you have been here before, and I know most of you have, you know the drill. But for all of you who are new tonight, you need to know that applauding does not get heard by anyone. So when you like something and want everyone to know, just lean on that horn and let's hear you nice and loud. That's it. That's it. That will be your way of applauding tonight.
And we're expecting a lot of applause. You can see us on the gigantic screen thanks to the top-notch projector by Christie Digital that is lighting up the night. But if you're wondering where we're located, we're right here beside the red carpet, surrounded by the decor by Lux, Modern Event Rentals, and Ital Florist, that is also tonight's sponsor. And not to mention the incredible Rolls Royces that we're sitting in. I might just have to take this one home with me. So if it's missing, you know where it's gone.
And you know what? I might just take one home myself. You know, sorry, can you hear that noise, that rumbling? Well, it's about that time of day, and I think that's my stomach. You know, I'm getting a little hungry, but don't worry. The vendors here have you covered if you are too. We have pizza from Pizza Nova, popcorn and gelato, and much more.
I already have my popcorn ready. So hurry up and get yours, Tanya. Head over to the ICFF website at icff.ca/concession to place your order now before the movie starts.
And while you do that, I also want to give a big shout out to True Fit and Hill for their shaving kit, which you all received in tonight's goodie bags, together with our amazing sponsors' products. Thank you. And now I see someone very special coming in onto the red carpet, driving through, that is. Who's that?
That's right. The first guest is here on this gorgeous red carpet. Everybody honk for the British Consul General, Jennifer Young. Welcome, Consul General. It's a pleasure having you here tonight to celebrate the United Kingdom and British cinema. Today, we have a full house. So how does it feel to be surrounded by so many people eager to watch Dream Horse?
Thank you, Sari, for welcoming me onto the car red carpet this evening. This is the third film I've been fortunate enough to see at this festival, and I've thoroughly enjoyed all of them. I hope everyone here is as excited as I am to watch the Welsh film Dream Horse tonight. It's based on a true story that shows that anything is possible with grit and determination. It's the latest in a long list of international successes to have come out of the Welsh creative sector, including his Dark Materials and Sex Education. And my colleagues at the Welsh Government are delighted to have supported Dream Horse in collaboration with Film Cymru Wales. It also showcases outstanding Welsh talent and the beauty of the Welsh landscape. I'd like to thank the ICFF for enabling us to enjoy this film festival. It is great to come together in this safe, inclusive, and creative way. Happy 10th anniversary to the ICFF, and enjoy the film, everyone.
Thanks so much, Consul General, and thanks to the British Consulate for their incredible support. We so appreciate it.
Thank you.
Can we have some honks for them, please? Come on, we can't hear you.
Thank you. We are now in the last days of the Drive-In Festival, and we are proud to tell you that with this initiative, the festival has been able to connect over 15,000 people safely in their cars. Yes, you heard that right. 15,000.
Wow.
With some of the best films of the year. During this time, ICFF, together with Chin Radio and Ontario Place, worked extra hard to bring you the best of contemporary cinema each night from 16 different countries around the world. Not an easy task, trust me.
Definitely not easy, Tanya, but ICFF never stops. They always have something cooking. In fact, they launched their brand new open air program which runs from July 21st to August 1st, right next door at Trillium Place on Ontario Place. It's going to have so many special events, screenings, and panel discussions. I just can't wait.
Now, tickets are on sale now, but I must warn you, seats are very limited. So head to the website at icff.ca to learn more about this incredible lineup. Now, I think I see someone advancing on the red carpet. Is that who I think it is?
I don't know. Who do you think it is, Tanya?
Oh, yes, it is. And now, sorry, here we have
oh my goodness,
Jeffrey Lewis, representing the British Canadian Chamber of Trade and Commerce. Welcome, Jeffrey. How are you? Okay.
I think I'm unmuted. I'm unmuted.
There you go. Okay.
Thank you for the invite to the Lavazza Film Festival. It's my second year here. We're delighted to attend. The British Chamber, great supporters of the Italian Chamber. Looks like to be an amazing night. Who's pleased they washed their car tonight? Who's pleased they got their cars clean? Yeah. So, anyway, I have to mention the football. So obviously this is the British film, and congratulations to Italy on their recent win. Hopefully the movie's better than the British football team. So Forza Italia. Yeah, got lots of applause. So thanks everyone. Enjoyed the night, and as once I said, the British Canadian Chamber of Trade and Commerce are delighted to once again, be sponsors and represent all that Britain has to offer. So thank you for inviting us.
We're thrilled you were here to join us. Thank you. Thanks, Jeff. Now I think it's time to introduce the ICFF team at the VIP Lounge. Cristiano De Florentis, co-founder and artistic director.
Yes, so I'm not alone. I'm not alone tonight. I have Maurizio with me. Magnifico is the co-founder, and I have also Mara Cataldi here that is covering in a fantastic chair, and we will explain later. So tonight we celebrate British cinema with a film that is typically English and that represent one of the most important sports for which England is the champion and worldwide known. Of course, I'm not talking about soccer. I'm talking about horse racing. Just a joke, sorry, but we had to celebrate here. Thank you so much to the Consul General for the kind words. And thanks so much for Sari and Tonya, no?
Yes, thank you. Take this opportunity to thank Sari and Tonya, which they're not only the host of tonight, but they're also very much involved into the ICFF. In fact, Tonya Sopensa, she's the cultural coordinator of the ICFF, very much involved also in the literature and on the day-to-day operation at the office. And Sari, obviously, she's the coordinator of the Industry Day, which has been done in November with a great success, and also in the next few days at the open air theater that we'll present it a little bit later. So thank you very much, Sari and Tonya.
They deserve an honk.
An honk for them.
For the host of tonight.
An honk for the host of tonight, please.
Much louder, because Tonya lives in Woodbridge, so the relatives have to hear that. So we have Mara now presenting the program.
So yeah, this is like a inflatable, incredible couch. I don't know if people can see how big is this couch. Look how comfy. So it's an incredible, like, inflatable couch that we will use for our outdoor theater. So it's about to start on the 21st and until the August 1st. And as Tonya was mentioning, Sari was mentioning, this program is gonna be right across the park, at the Trillium Park. We are going to present movies about architecture and design, literature, fashion, makeup, and so much more. So the weather for sure will cooperate. It's not going to be as tonight.
Tonight, because we are celebrating Great Britain, we have this weather.
So yeah, those are the couches that will be dedicated for our hosts. So it's a kind of like upscale, elegant cinema under the star experience. So no folding chairs. It will be very, very like comfy. This is the sofa for one, but we will also have the long chair for two people. So on ICFF.ca, you can find the full lineup, and tickets are quite limited. So you can buy it right now on the website.
Beautiful. So now we have to speak about Dreamhorse. Dreamhorse is a light-hearted story that I have no doubts will resonate with all of you here tonight, thanks to the hopeful message and the uplifting tone of the picture. On top of this, this movie serves as a perfect reminder that Toni Collette can play practically any character she wants. The director is Euro Lin, an extraordinary director. He is the man, imagine, behind the success of the TV series Doctor Who. I had the pleasure to interview Euro Lin the other day in the office. Please enjoy the video and have a great night. Good night. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Bye.
We are here with us tonight in Toronto and in Wales, on the other side of the ocean. We have Euroslane with us. Good evening, actually good night.
Hi, it's great to be with you.
So we are here waiting for your movie to be played. Tell me a little bit, have you ever experienced a drive-in theater?
I've never been. I'd love to go. In Wales, it rains a lot, so we tend to avoid watching the films through the wipers, but I'd love to go one day.
This is an incredible story, and probably the time is incredible. Also, the time that we are playing this story is an uplifting, heartwarming, entertaining tale. It focuses on the willpower that a human being can find within himself when they have a dream. So tell me a little bit about this story and the time that you are actually presenting this story to the audience.
Yeah, well, we started developing this film about 5 years ago, and at the time I was so in love with this optimistic, heartwarming, good news story about Wales, which is where I'm from. We in the UK, we'd just come out of Brexit, and there were people on this camp and people on this camp, and they were kind of like going head to head, and it felt like a really dispiriting time in our politics and culture. And this felt like a story about people coming together and doing something good that they loved, not to make money or for fame and fortune, but just for the sake of doing something. And in doing so, they actually form a community of people who support each other and are there for each other. So cut to 5 years later, and the movie was due to come out last year. It didn't, because all the cinemas shut, but now it feels like this is the perfect time for the movie to come out, a time where we're all looking to one another for support, where society has come together and doing amazing things with vaccines and with healthcare and supporting each other in our communities getting through this pandemic.
So you're in Wales right now. I imagine that you are originally from Wales, which is the main setting of the film. Could you tell us a little bit more about what you hope to capture in this environment? And also, Wales is not very represented a lot in movies, at least in international movies. So what do you wanted to achieve with this kind of combination of your land and this movie?
Yeah, well, it's true. I mean, you know, Irish movies, Scottish movies, English movies, they travel a lot, but Welsh movies tend not to have traveled beyond the borders of Wales. So it was a great privilege to be sent a script about a story that I cared about a part of the world which is where I grew up. And a place where I saw in the 90s, the 80s and the 90s, I saw this place where people had huge pride in what they did. They were coal miners and they were steel workers, and they defined themselves by their jobs. And suddenly all those jobs disappeared and went to China and went to the developing world. And suddenly these communities were left abandoned in these quite remote geographical spots, suddenly searching for an identity, searching for jobs, searching for a sense of pride. And this is a story that does exactly that. It shows that when you have a dream, when you have a talent, and you pursue it no matter what, you can achieve incredible things. And it felt like a brilliant opportunity.
Did you accomplish your dreams? Also, having Toni Collette in this movie, I think that probably was also one of your dreams.
Yeah, I mean, amazingly, when I first read the script, Toni was the first person I thought of to play this part. And, you know, the way that casting goes and availabilities and, you know, financiers, pressures, and, you know, it wasn't a straight journey to persuade Toni to be in this film, but thankfully a friend of mine had worked with her, knew her, and so I asked him to put in a good word and to say, listen, there's this script, it's a great script, it's a great story, somebody would love you to read it. And she did, you know, she did read it and fell in love with the story instantly. And I was so delighted to have her in the film. But the thing for me that makes her absolutely extraordinary is that she's that rare thing, a Hollywood star who can play real people with utter conviction. And, you know, that kind of actor is a very rare breed, and yeah, I'm so grateful to her for coming on board this film, and it was a real pleasure and a real enjoyable experience to work with her.
And I noticed also that there was a sort of an attraction, a relationship with the horse. It seems in the movie that they actually had a connection. This is true, or was something that she was acting?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, the last thing you want when you make a film is for your two lead actors to fall in love with each other. But Toni Collette really did fall in love with Beau the horse, and they had no rehearsal time. You know, I had this dream that they'd spend time together at the stables and they get to know each other. So when the cameras rolled, you know, the chemistry was there. But there was none of that. You know, she arrived off the plane in front of the camera with the horse, but magically they kind of, you know, they tuned into each other. And there's a scene we shot on the very first day of the shoot where Toni's character Jan opens her heart to the horse and shares her secret desires, and in that moment, you know, I was there watching the monitor, and I believed that the horse was listening to her and responding. So, you know, I'll let the audience make their own minds up.
Amazing, an amazing interview that you're giving us for this audience. There is anything that you'd like to say to this audience here in Toronto? There are many people that come from your region here that came tonight to watch this movie. If you have anything to say to them.
You know, I hope that there's this thing in Wales called, we call it hwyl, and it's a description of being in high spirits or enjoying yourself with great passion. And we had a huge amount of hwyl when we made this film. the syndicate, the real syndicate, had a huge amount of hoil when they raced with Dream in real life. And I hope that hoil translates tonight from this screen to you in the audience, and that you will enjoy yourselves and share some of our Welsh spirit, and afterwards go out and share that with the rest of the world, and tell them about this film that's made you feel good.
For sure, for sure. And we, unfortunately, we cannot clap from the cars, but we invented something. We invented the honking. So a big honk from our audience to you. Thanks so much to being with us tonight and to introduce this movie for us. Thank you very much, Euro. Thank you.
It's a real pleasure. Enjoy.
We are nearing the end of our presentation, ladies and gentlemen, as the skies begin to clear. And I know that you're all anxious to get to the film now. But first, I want to tell you that at the end of the festival, we will present the People's Choice Award to the most voted and the most liked film in this year's lineup. Audience members, you will receive an email tomorrow from Happy or Not, and you'll be invited to cast your vote. So please don't forget to vote. And who knows, perhaps Dream Horse might be the winner of this year's edition.
We also owe a big thank you to our official communication partner, Rogers Communications, for all their support with this out-of-the-world connection that allows us to talk to you. And with Omni, 680 News, City TV, and CHFI. Thanks also to our Italian public broadcaster, Rai Italia.
One last thanks goes to our leading sponsors, Liuna, Citizen Dominus, Castle Point Numa, Empire Communities, Great Gulf, Nidoc, Rio Mare, and Campari. Now enjoy the film, and then please, folks, get home safely.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. If you're tired tomorrow morning, why not try a delicious Lavazza coffee to wake you up? There's nothing better in the morning, trust me. And have a great night and enjoy Dream Horse.
Bye-bye, ciao.
Chin chin, everybody.
Hip hip cheerio and all that sort of what.
Hip hip.
Enjoy.